我不认识。
努尔哈赤知道吗？
这个还有一个是这个我上搜都搜不到，叫禁停通报。
This is a Chinese antique live stream. Ting Chuan or Watch Springs Antiques connected with a viewer at the end who then shows a bronze coin with 4 Chinese characters. Now, Ting Chuan immediately disconnects the call and he freaks out. Well, because she happened to mention he who must not be named, Jinping, which is the first name of Xi Jinping, those 2 characters on that coin. And the live streamer had to do it being afraid that the live stream was going to get suspended for mentioning the CCP leader's name. And the coin that's worth about $35 has since been taken down from the listings. So him freaking out because it almost was a one-way ticket for him to get banned, and that's his livelihood on the line, so of course he wasn't going to let that happen. But the reaction itself speaks much louder than words, because it shows us that there's the massive level of censorship, the people who are not supposed to be talked about, and of course the Streisand effect. And that's how strange and bizarre China is. So welcome to this episode where I'm going to highlight some of the weird and strange moments in recent days that has happened in China through videos. First up, we got this video here, Hurry Up and Get Married. Basically, since China's birth rates and marriage rates have been declining, the government has used every avenue and streams to try to get people to get married and have some kids. Including this tricycle here with 2 boards up, the one on the side that says, more kids, more luck. And the one on top says, urge marriage, urge birth. So much enthusiasms here. Not. You got the classic Chinese mannerism. This is Chinese Kung Fu. Ever seen reverse parenting? Well, in this case, at the dinner table, the father said some good things, complimented the Japanese product, and the daughter says, how dare you?
你中国人日本人？
你说呢？
问你呢？
我说大好，我就是日本人。
你是个中国人，你应该时刻牢记着日本人在中国犯下的滔天罪行。你不应该说日本好。
那反正我们车都是日本车。
砸了，换车。对呀，不买车了。你现在坐地铁挺方便的。
我走路不好啊。
车是日本，车是日本的车，那就砸了呗。你们当时买车怎么不买别的国家的车？你怎么不买俄罗斯的车？
是比那个。
你怎么不买恒奇？国产。
是比老姨她老公建议的。
咱不知道都是为什么？
这不是很所以他承认这个，他承认错误。但还是得吃的，吃是吃，车是车，吃还是得吃，不能亏待自己，自己永远是自己生命第一位。
你现在就可以把你手机砸了，你手机里面有日本人的东西。
我手机不是阿伟的。
And this video is a man trying to scam the driver, saying that if he does not pay him insurance money, he's gonna break the windshield wipers. And this one here, same thing, a mother and son duo in the insurance scam at a gas station. The son's got his phone ready to make all of the video accusations. And of course, good luck doing that because, well, in China, you have to have a dash cam and you often have to start recording too. How about fruits in China? Well, you better come to one of these stalls who the owner is giving a personal touch.
脚皮2只脚都焦了，后面你有没有消毒，谁也不知道。
And next up, you got the typical fake work in China situation. You have 6 workers with their safety vests on, pretending to work, and you got 1 person filming the whole thing. No actual amount of work is being done here, but China fakes everything. All hail the great socialist revolution. Now, if you want meat in China, sure, you've got to come to this stall. How did that one Doja Cat song go? I don't care, I paint the town red. Well, I don't care, I'll paint this meat red. And this video is a man who petitioned for justice in China. Ever since then, he's had people tailing him. And he made 2 separate videos saying that there's more people tailing him now. So yeah, in China, they spend more efforts and resources tailing the good guy who is trying to petition for his misery to get solved instead of focusing on criminals, you know? That's real progress in China. And how about food? This one's cool. You got tofu that's more durable than rubber. And if you ingest some of these, they're definitely going to stay in your stomach. And this one too, the woman here is grilling some lamb skewers, but when you zoom in on the box, you see that it says fake lamb. It's made with duck meat product. Why not just use real lamb meat? Now, let's talk about factories, because they love to say that, well, everybody has a job now in China. We're all working in great jobs in China. Well, not the people working in factories.
3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11。
It turns out in these videos, workers have to do push-ups before they're allowed to work in the factories. Well, the people participating in the push-ups say that it's shameful to be asked to do this in public, while the factory owners say, hey, you need to demonstrate that you have the physical ability to stand for 12 hours, because that's how long our shifts are. Remember this video? This was from our last episode. This woman is filmed in a factory getting lunch, and her panda eyes, dark circles, she looks so tired, walking like a zombie. Well, it turns out some online claim that she's been fired by the factory, others claim that she simply quit. Either way, her video has gone viral. The company says she just looks like that all the time. But this, like I said, the video went viral. It sparked a discussion about the factory work shifts and their long hours, the grueling work schedule that they have in these factories, which essentially some of the cases of the 12 to 16-hour shifts, you have 1 hour in the morning and night to, you know, wash up, to get ready for bed. But the other 12 to 14 hours, you're essentially working on the factory line, and you get lunch and dinner breaks, but that's still pretty exhausting. And the way that the companies are framing this is that they say that there's no overnight shifts, right? So you're not doing like an all-nighter, but what you're doing is a long day shift. And since this video went viral, her page seems to have deleted all her videos. But again, others have started to make videos reporting the real cases of them working 12 hours in different factories.
我是中华人民共和国居民，我反对江苏工厂的12小时2班倒。
我是中华人民共和国公民，我叫小杨，我反对工厂12个小时2班倒。
我是中华人民共和国居民，我实名反对工厂12小时2班倒。
我实名举报，我希望国家取消12小时2班制。
Okay, next one. This woman who runs a hardware store sold about 60,000 yuan worth of electric wires. That's about $8,200. Now, the police then froze her account and called her and says that these are fraudulent payments. So her funds were frozen by the police, but she could not get them back or reach the cops. And previously they just said that these were fraudulent payments. They needed to be returned to the victims. So now she's crying because there's no way to get her money. And she's wondering, do I have to return all of the wires, get them back from the customers who bought it from me? Like, I'm losing both the product and now the money too. Previously, there's also people who sold their Rolexes and they do watch trading. That's a cash business, but they also had their accounts frozen because of fraudulent payments. So it's very easy for the police to say that, yes, these were scammers doing the work, and even though you sold your watch, you're not getting the money. But hey, they will never be able to solve that fraudulent case. All they do is freeze up your account and call it a day. Now, last but not least, about 5 to 6 years ago, they started doing this campaign, the CCP, something called Return Forests to Land. What that means is they will literally take forests, chop all the trees down, and try to turn them into arable land for agricultural products. Well, China has food safety and food shortages, so it kind of makes sense that they're doing this. But like everything else they do, they fumble it in the process. So 5 to 6 years later, we started seeing a lot of these problems, such as this video, the government forcibly removed fruit trees from this person's land. Well, technically it's not his land because the government owns everything, but they chopped down all the fruit trees. But the farmer filed a lawsuit. He actually won it, but the compensation was so little, again, because, you know, it's in their control. You don't really own the land. So he's appealing for a better judgment with a higher court. But the damage is already done. He lost all of his fruit trees. Others have also made videos of similar things where they chop down the trees trying to turn it into land so that they can grow more rice. So if your product that you're already growing, you might already be selling pretty well, is not on the list of the approved agricultural products, then they're going to chop it down, destroy all your progress, maybe even ruin your land and soil in the process to try to get that arable land back. So yeah, you can see that they don't really bend the law to people, but they always bend the law to the government. And in this video, it perfectly shows how bizarre this whole situation is. The land, usually the ones that they try to destroy, are forest hills and valleys, which, you know, by any sense of agricultural standard, is not quite suitable for certain products, but they don't care. They just want more land mass. So these end up being barren lands and nothing grows there anymore. They're just abandoned. And they say that they're trying to force people to grow rice instead of other crops. Well, rice is not as profitable as fruits and other sort of unique products. And even if farmers aren't making that much money to begin with, it's still better to make a little bit more money than making less money. So people are just left with land that they don't want to use for rice because it's not profitable. So it just turned into 5 to 6 years of destroying nature, destroying existing soil, and destroying forests. And of course, they don't care about the repercussion because everything in China is bizarre. And thanks for watching this episode of The Strange China. Thanks for watching this episode of Strange China. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment below your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. All right, until next time, bye-bye.